What up, what up, what up? How's everybody doing tonight? This is very late. It's supposed to be late anyway, but it's very, very late. As you can see, look at the beautiful colors we have in front of us. I got them ready, and then this is the one that we're going to use. So, first and foremost, hello. Hopefully y'all are having a great night. I don't know who's on. I don't know who's going to come in. Don't know. However, it's all good in the hood. We are doing a freestyle acrylic nails tonight, and these are Z nails right here, the Novo Stiletto nails. I'm going to try to do it on this, but we're going to do the Frenchies, the acrylic Frenchies that y'all picked, and I got my little thing for that. We're going to be using the Nail Mate Clear BRITTBRATNAILDIT gel polishes and top coat. These colors, these acrylic powders, are custom made from Nails by Nelly, and her channel is linked as well. Number 12 brush. This brush, because it's smaller, and then a 3D brush. We have a white glow as well. And then, first things first, if anybody is here, hello, hi, how are ya? Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe. Also, you can comment, chit chat, whatever, come chill, whatever. But first things first, I want to tell you guys that we have a couple ladies in our group that are going live tomorrow. Well, today, actually. Later on today. And hi! Hello, love. Lip Smacking Nails is the group. It's going to be on Nails by Miss T's channel. And Lou and Stacy, they will be in there as well. So that's at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 9 p.m. UK time? Yeah. But I wanted to make sure that I told you guys that, so that way you remembered. I'm also going to put it on my community tab as well, so you guys can go to it. And, yay! Oh, you too? Okay, good. I wasn't sure if all four of you guys or what. And then another thing. So make sure you go check all them ladies out as well. And then another thing before we start is Conjur's also having her members nail art live tomorrow as well, but hers for us is early in the morning, like 11, I think it's either 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. EST time, and is it 5 p.m. her time? Oh my god, I don't remember, but she's also having that too. So if you are a member, just remember that is tomorrow. So we have 2 lives going tomorrow. I'm gonna be at both of them. It's gonna be a party. Yes, 5 p.m. her time. There you go. So all these colors, can't really see them all, but this is a freestyle, guys, but you guys chose to do a French, and I don't know what to do. I don't know what, because we're going to be sugaring, too, with these colors. So I'm like, what nail do I do each thing on? You know what I mean? So I have glow here, and then this is going to be like our base color, which is my reflective mauve nude glow. And then these don't glow, but this white does. So I'm like, do I marble? Because we're doing like a marble French. And the other ones, I don't know. Should I just do a full ombre with all these glitter colors? Or should I just marble the whole thing? Because I think we should do these 2 French, huh? And then we could do these ones with the colors. So like these could have the opposite rainbow. What's that? Opposite rainbow. Oh, like each one opposite? Like the Frenchie be the colors and then the nude at the bottom. Ooh, I don't think I've ever done that. Ugh, that's gonna be hard. Okay. But I told you guys we was gonna sugar those colors. these colors here. So from BRITTBRATNAILDIT, the Paradise collection. So I'm trying to think if I should just make this whole background nude and then do the colors. You know what I mean? Like a little, like maybe from the side come in from each side with just the color. So we'll have the nude and then we'll come in with the color on the side like this, coming in with a V. And then that way we can sugar that. It's going to look so rad. It's going to look so rad, I think. I feel, anyway. Because they're so bright. And then I guess we could just do a full glitter nail on this one. Like a ombre glitter nail. They are. Okay. So, we'll have to put these up here for now. I know you're getting ready for bed, but thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do all these colors and make sure I have them all like to where I can get to them and y'all can see them. It's a freestyle, right? So anything goes. I don't even know if you can see all the colors. If not, well, my apologies. But I did shake them, stir them, all that good stuff. But these are Nelly's colors, and she did make them. Yes, ma'am. I had to do some nails. I promised you guys I was going to do some nails, and this is, I don't have nobody, like, there's no kids, so I'm like, I gotta do it. Alright. It shouldn't take too long. I mean, I'm not, like, super duper fast or anything, but yeah. But we are using Nailmate, and Nailmate was having a flash sale. I don't know if it ended yesterday or if it goes until today. I cannot remember. So, my apologies for that. Alright, guys. Okay, well, let's do this, shall we? I feel like I have no room, but it'll be aight. It will be aight. Alright, so... Yes, girl. Shout out to everybody in here. Thank you guys so much. Oh, hi, Brimble. Hi, Christina. No worries, love. Hey, your sleep is more important, babe. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Hi, Christina. How are you, babe? We're using Nelly's colors. All right. So, we're doing a freestyle, guys. This is obviously the color I'm using. I'm almost out. I'm going to have to make another one. So, she was suggesting, I think that that's kind of cool to do, like, the color up here and the nude down here. Should we marble that? Oh, God, see? Hi, Maria! We got, like, it's a freestyle, so throw some stuff out. But you guys did the poll and marbled Frenchies, okay? And I also pulled this white one out for the marble because this glows, so I'm like, because this guy glows too, but these do not. So we could throw a little bit of glow within the marble. But Glam said to reverse it. So to do the nude at the bottom and the ombre, like, V-cut at the top, it's going to be a little hard. Hi, Karina. Hi, Dre. Hi, Kins. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Okay, so, okay. Now I'm just stalling. Here's my white glow. Alright, so when I marble, especially on something small like this, I have my little 3D brush here. That way we have her. So, I'm going to do a full nail of this, so that, of these right here, of the glitters. Just an ombre of that, just so we can, you know, look at these beautiful colors. And then these right here, I think that, because I said we're going to sugar tonight with BRITTBRAT's colors. And But if you think we should do one, like, you know, because I was like, background color is going to be the mauve, and then we're like, do a little, just going down each side so they kind of veer in like that. And then I'm like, do I want to marble? What do I want to do? So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at the moment. But the V French was supposed to be marbled at the bottom, so I'm going to attempt this, okay? Let me do the middle one, because the middle one's going to be all the colors, so that's going to basically help me out to where I got one done already. I need a bottom. I need a bottom. Alright, got a bottom. Go for it, worst. Yeah, that's true. Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday morning. Day morning. Okay, so since this is super little, we're just going to ombre the colors. We're going to do every single color of the rainbow. So, move that guy out the way, move this guy out the way before I spill them. Sometimes, I know, girl, I know, me too. I'm like, alright. So, we're gonna go with the pink first. Alright, hold on. Number one thing I always do. Get this baby sticky. Okay? Alright. So we have 6 colors. So technically, I should have picked up a bigger bead. No worries. We kind of have to stay little with this, especially up around that cuticle area, because we don't want big humps around the cuticle area. So we're going to pat. It's a little wet up there, but no biggie. And then we're going to kind of pull down. And then you kind of want to look at it from all angles, guys. So that way one side's not bigger than the other or flatter than the other, etc. I didn't pick up enough on that round. Well, that's why I'm doubling it up. So that way I know at least I'll have enough to, you know, make it pink. So you can actually tell that it's pink. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to pull that down. Pulling the bead down, you guys, will give you the best ombre. And when you're using a glitter like this, it's going to be a little bit different than a regular color. You want to flatten that out, so that way when you bring that next color up here, it goes perfect. I'm going to grab a tibby bit more of the darker pieces here and here. Now, we're going to eventually end up going over this. But as long as we can tell what it is, we're golden. Make sure you keep your sides in as well, guys. You know what I forgot? My music, everybody. Why might be swatch piles. What up, everybody? Thanks for coming in, hanging with me. Okay, so there's our pink, right? I am going to make sure I'm going to push this and flatten this as much as possible. Much as possible. Good deal. Alright. Next up's orange, y'all. Now we only have 6, we have 6 colors and a small nail. So keep that in mind. So they're not going to be too big, but we're going to blend this up. And we're going to melt it into that top bead. And it's going to give you a flawless ombre. Can you guys see okay? Please let me know if you cannot. We're going to push this over a little bit more. Flatten it. And pull down. Because you don't want like huge big rifts at the end of each bead. You want to make sure you flatten it out as much as possible. See that? See how flat it is? So it's all even. That's really going to give you the best blend. And you can always go back too. Hi, Lacey. Hello. Thanks for coming. All right. I'm always one that I do way more of one color than the other. So I have to be a little bit cautious about where I put it and how much I put on, if that makes sense. Now, these are beautiful. They do have the chunky mylars in them. So I want to go in and blend this up as fast as possible. I want to melt this in. The faster you melt it in, the better off you're going to be. And you're not going to have super high, you know. And it doesn't have to be like super perfect either. Just make sure your sides are pulled in really nicely, and you're going to get, you can go back in and add your colors on top of to get an even nicer bead. You know what I mean? Hey, Murder Manies, what's up, girl? Thanks for coming. Mauricio? Is that your name? Thanks for coming. Listen, I'm not a nail tech, guys, okay? I just do it. Alright, here's our green. Look at these colors from Nelly, y'all. Nails by Nelly made these. These are custom made by her. This is our first nail that we're doing, and this nail is just the ombre glitter. We're going to move some of these green ones. Take that excess off. Push it in. Pull up. And then flatten it out. Ooh. Can you all see the rainbow? Hopefully. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect. Perfection. Perfection. Alright. Now we got to do blue. I gotta put my music on, guys. I don't want to bring the blue up too much, and I don't want to, like, over cover that green. But you also want to make sure you have enough structure when you're doing a glitter nail, but your clear will give you that. Alright, let's blend that baby in. Up. Look at that. Tell me that's not perfect. Alright, let's flatten her out. Alright, guys, if I miss your messages, I'm sorry. Ooh. She's pretty. Oh. Holy shit, it's going so fast, y'all. Give me a sec. Hello, everybody. What up, what up, what up? Shout out to the mods in here tonight. Appreciate it. I didn't know if anybody was actually going to be awake, but I had to do nails. I promised. So that's what we are doing. Hey, Zelaya? What do you recommend for damaged nails, gel or acrylics? Honestly, if you have damaged nails, let them grow out until they're good. And then, but you need a nail strengthener, honestly. I'm not a nail tech, y'all. So, honestly, There are nail techs. Murder Manny is a nail tech. Should be able to really tell you exactly what's best for your nail. Me personally, if it was me, I would let them breathe, let them grow out, and then for strength, you can do like a builder gel type. Alright, so we have this big glitter right here. Technically, you don't want these big glitters at the very tip of your nail, guys, because they poke out. So I'm just going to poke that, and we're going to fill her in with this. There we go. Can you guys tell it's a rainbow? I don't know if you can, but I'm hoping so. Alright, let me get my edges good here. Oh, look at that, guys. What do you think? Alright, I'm gonna... Oh, that is beautiful. Alright, I'm gonna add a little bit more orange, though. So let's grab a little bit more orange. And let's move it up to pink a little bit, shall we? I'm just kind of... It's wet. And I'm going to pull it up a little bit more over that pink, so we get a nice blend. And we're going to push it down in. And then blend it down. And then blend up again. Just to kind of get that nice variety. I told you I always do one color more than the other. Same thing with the yellow. You can go in and kind of give it more color. And then we're going to pull this guy up over the orange a little bit. Fade that down. And up at the same time. Give it a sec though. Let it set a little bit so you can press it down in the nail. Oh, she's pretty. I think the colors look decent. What do you guys think? Hey, Melissa. What time is it for you? For me, it's 1:34. I'm almost in bed. I fell asleep on the couch trying to catch up on it all. Have a good night, Glam. And have a good day tomorrow. She did solids and glitter. Yes, ma'am. I missed a lot. Holy crap. Give me one sec, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing, hi, Claude. Is it Claudette, that girl? Hello? Swan? Hello? I would do the same thing. Oh, okay, got that. Nails. Oh, Mama Vic, hi! Oh, hi, Sadie. Hello, everybody. Okay. Okay. So this is what she looks like. She's matte for the moment, but this is what she looks like. I think she looks cute. I think she looks good. I think she's going to look really, really nice against the other colors. Alright. So that is our middle. Now, this is a freestyle. And I am... So that's what she looks like. I'm scared of the Frenchies, guys. I'm scared of the Frenchies. So, we're going to do these. And I was thinking, should I do color block or should I just do the whole back end, this color here? Or should I just marble? Should I do one? Or should I do them all different? What do you guys think? I know, right? Hi, Amanda. Thanks, babe. Because the V Frenchie I wanted to do here, I got a little bit more room. Because the V French, we got to marble all the colors. So we're going to throw in. So I'm like, on this one, I was like, oh, what if I just put this nude? It glows. We'll have a couple glowy nails. And then we'll use these colors and sugar these colors coming down like a V. But then I thought, what if I do a marble nail with all the colors? You know? Hi, honey, how are you? Marble, but different color combos, all different. Maybe all marble, all different, all different. Hi, Swifty. Can you please say hi? Hello, Daisy. Happy birthday. All different, like we said. Okay. Okay, we can do that. So for this one, I'm going to do the gelled sugar. Sugar. Alright, so for this one, we're going to do the whole background is going to be my cover reflective nude. So I'm just going to shake this up real quick. What the Harper? Hello. You're welcome. Hopefully you have an amazing birthday. Alright, so this is mine. I custom made this color. It's my favorite color. Color. Alright, I always wet it with the monomer. So this one's just going to be the background. And because these nails are so small, I'm not using my big brush. But I'm just going to pat. Can you guys see okay? Hopefully. And I'm going to pull this up. Now, I still have monomer up in the middle of my brush. Not much, but some. I'm going to pull this up. Wet my brush. Dab it on the paper. Get it all the way to the side. And I'm just going to kind of pull this up a little bit. Because these are kind of like press-ons. And what I don't like is having a huge hump at the end of my nail. You know what I mean? So we're going to pull this guy up. It's a little cold in my room tonight. Just fine. We're going to move this up a little bit. Just like that. Doesn't have to be perfect, but... And then I'm going to, like, flatten that out. At the bottom here. I kind of waited a little too long. No biggie. Oh, that's so pretty. I love it. Hi, Tosh. Hello. Alright. I took too much out of that. I'm not a big bead girly. Okay? I'm really not. I've never been one. Always wanted to try. But, yeah. So I'm just going to push this all the way over and melt this baby up into the next one. Can I slay a set? Yes, ma'am, I can. I sure can. I'm going to pull this down. I'm a puller. I am a puller, guys. Okay? I've just always been that. I'm trying to pat more, though, okay? I'm trying to pat more. I really, really am. I promise. I pat more with glitter than I do regular. I don't know why, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Aw, thanks, love. Bye, Melissa. Thanks, Haley. I've kind of been, like, just trying a little bit different things. I think it's been... I don't know. It's been a minute since I've done acrylic nails for myself. So, it's a little different. I'm just going to drag that down. Make sure that's nice. And I am weird about my sides, y'all. Like having a bunch up underneath my nail. Absolutely hate it. Drives me bonkers. I used to get all kinds up there, but... I'm going to have to make more of this color, guys. I didn't realize I was, like, super low. I thought I had more. Honestly, and I work with a little bit wetter beads, so it's not really falling off the nail or anything. I can still work with it. But it's best to kind of hold it down and let it run. I'm impatient and don't like to do that. But it's okay. As I said, I'm not a nail tech, guys. Oh my gosh, you guys want to hear a story? That's, like, super funny. If somebody was videotaping me, they would have been laughing their butts off, okay? I just need a little bit right there, but I could have brought that all the way down. However, I didn't, but that's okay. Let me move this and move my towel, because my towel's dirty. Thanks, Haley Love. This paper towel that I got from hubby, I love them. They're like shop towels. They're great. They're freaking perfect. But do you guys want to hear a funny story though? Alright, let's add this and then I'll... This was a little much for the end of this nail. However, we're going to make her work. Work, baby, work. I'm concentrating a little bit, so give me 1 sec and I'll tell you the story. Let's blend this baby in first, though. You want the points to be nice and crisp. So when you go to file, you don't have to worry about it. That's not bad, y'all. Look at that. That's not bad. Like, I'm not a big Apex girly, but that's not bad. It's definitely not bad. Okay, one thing I do want to do, though, is we are going to add... I'm going to do this wet. And what I like to do is like to take this up and over wet. And I'm going to pull just this bottom part down. And this is just to fill in that little area that I had that was kind of missing. Look at that. Melded right into it, guys. Alright. I think she's not bad, y'all. I think she's pretty good. I'm not going to have to file too much, so when I go to... I have a little divot. One thing about me, though, when I find, like, little divots and stuff, y'all, it bothers me to a point that if I don't fix it or fill it in, I get, like, I'll keep thinking about it, you know? Does anybody else like that? Or is that just my overcomplicated brain? I mean, I think she's pretty good, y'all. I could have maybe... Yeah, blended this down. There we go. There we go. Alright. Alright, I like it. I like it a lot. Hello, thanks. Thanks. Yeah. That one, when you guys see this color, though, when I put that top coat over this color, you guys are going to be like, what? Promise. Alright, so that is that one. So this one's going to have the gel on it. Alright. What are we doing with this one? We going to do every single color on this one? Is this one going to be the marble? And then this one, we're going to do our Frenches on. The reverse Frenches. Reverse Frenchies. Alright, so one thing I'm going to do. Hello, Binde. Yes, yes, yes. Hi, Prairie. Hi, Key. I hope that's how you say it. Man, I really appreciate y'all so much. Thank you. Alright, I'm going to take this and make sure I got it all cleaned out before I go in with all my colors. Alright, so let's just do the all over for this one. So typically what I like to do is take a 3D brush, but I think I'm going to try to do as many colors as I can. So this one's a marble, and we're going to throw some glow in this one, okay? So that way, this nail also has some glow. So we have my little white here. Okay, here we go. We're going to do red. It's actually pink. Okay, actually, we need to be wet. We need wet bits. We're going to go pink. Listen, y'all, you don't want to do this too much. Let's add a little bit of this in here. And I like to make like little... We're going to pat that in. I'm just going to lightly feather that, and then we'll add some more. Now, typically what I like to do, guys, is I like mine to be matte, but I like my marbles to be matte. So we got that pink in there. I'm going to fill this top in just a little bit. I don't know how it's going to come out, guys, but we are just going to do it. So when you're using these colored ones against the glitter, I don't necessarily know how it's going to come out, but we're going to do it anyway. So let's take... Alright, hold up, y'all. Hold up, wait a minute. I'm going to take my white. And this, I'm just going to use for like a spurse of a little bit of white in there. This is when you get like super creative with stuff. I'm going to bring it. Now, one thing you want to be careful with is wherever this white goes is where it's going to glow. So you just have to kind of be a little careful with it, you know what I mean? So I'm going to start with yellow, green, glitter, blue. Let's see what she does. It's all over my brush, I know. But I feel like we can get a really cool... like blend with it, and we're gonna just keep going just like that. Dip 3 in each one. Dip and dip and dip. I'm gonna add a little bit more of this green, just a little bit, and then you can go in and take your color and just kind of maneuver your color so you have a little bit more to kind of give it that illusion that you have these lines in here, which for me, that's my favorite part. So after we get done putting the colors in, so I'm going to go green, blue, blue glitter, purple glitter. And we have to make it look like it's actually coming out from each other. But you also have to be careful, like, what all you put together, right? So that's got... So I'm going to add a little bit of this pink right here, since that's where the red is. Going to bring that down into the blue. And we kind of want to make it to where it looks like it's supposed to be there, y'all. Alright, so we're going to do blue, blue, with purple glitter. Let's see what we get here. That was super duper wet, but we're going to let it kind of go where it goes. Take that excess off. And I'm going to take this purple. The best thing about these colors, because they are the shimmer colors, they look super cool and you can make it go either way. And what I'm going to do is we're going to take some of this. We're going to kind of add it up in here like so. I'm going to take my white. And we're going to fill in this side. So with the white, we want it to wrap around and fade into this, but not like a lot. We want it to kind of come in the color. Alright, let me push this down. What do y'all think? And what I like to do is take my brush and just kind of maneuver it so it looks like lines. So when I go to put my actual clear on or whatever, it looks almost 3D-ish underneath there, if that makes sense. Alright, so we're going to do the purple on one side, pink on the other, and then we're going to go in with pink glitter. Let's see. And I'm going to bring that up. And swirl it mainly like this. So we got more of a purpley pink. I'm going to take this and we're going to shove it inside that. Take that excess off there. And I'm going to take the excess here and we're going to push it up the side. Because we want to make sure our sides aren't too bulky. You don't want to have to file a bunch. So we're going to keep going with it. So I'm going to add just a teeny bit of white. Just right here. And we're going to kind of push it like that. Just so it gives it a little bit of depth, right? So let's go in with the more pink orange glitter and just a tippy bit of that orange because that is a lot. So I'm going to actually take a majority of that off. Technically, you don't want the orange on the purple. Honestly, you want the pink on the purple, but it's a marble, so it's alright. I'm going to leave it just like that. Let's take our yellow here. And we're going to kind of tie this yellow in. Just the hair. Like so. Pat that, because you don't want to pull it. You'll pull it right off the nail. Oh my god, look at that, guys. I'm going to take a little bit of this yellow glitter. Pop it right here. She's going to look cool. Maybe. Maybe not. I'm not sure. But let's get some green. A little bit of blue. And we're going to just pull it. And I'm actually going to maneuver that. Pull it over this way. Fan it out just a teeny bit. Pull this side off. Not really pull it off, but we are going to end with some purple and blue. and some white. Let's just see what it gets us. That's a lot for a little area, but let's see what it does. We're just filling that area in, pulling that up. And then kind of flattening that out a little bit so we can still see the purple. Melt that into the green. Take this excess off. Sorry, I'm not looking at my stuff yet, guys. Bear with me here. Alright, I want to keep this as flat and nice as possible. So I'm going to melt that into each other. Just like so. Oh, look at that. Alright. I'm going to take a tibby bit of this white. And it's going to act like a little tiny line. It's going to curve. I know this is like super detailed for no reason at all, but this is kind of where my brain's going right now. And you can make it as curved as you want. And then we're going to kind of melt that into the blue. So it looks like it's supposed to be there. Alright, I'm going to take this guy. And I'm going to wrap that around. Kind of push it together. So it looks like an actual line with my brush. So when I go to encapsulate it, it actually looks like a line. This one's bumpy as all get out, but it's alright. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to take this green, and I'm actually going to add some of this green in here over this color a little bit. Let me get my brush a little bit more wet. I'm going to take this and this, and we're just going to give it a little bit more of a prominent style here. And this is where you can get super creative with the lines, like I said. And I'm going to take this, and I'm actually going to swing it up over here. And bring it up over here so it looks like it is part of that yellow line. So it actually looks like a better marble. Oh, that looks cool. Oh, I like it a lot. Okay, so I'm actually going to do the same thing with the purple here. So I'm going to take this purple, and I'm going to kind of wrap it around here to give it some little bit of color there without going too much over that green. Because purple and green make brown, so I feel like we need some more color or something right there. So I think I'm going to take the yellow, and I'm just going to make this guy come inside here. Ooh, pretty. I'm going to add some pink right there. Just so we have a little bit of sparkle down here. Like it's meant to be there, guys. But you also don't want to take away from the color either. Okay. I'm going to add this A little bit of blue. Right here. Swing this guy up. And down. And I'm going to take a couple bigger pieces. If I can get it off my brush. There we go. So we know that that's supposed to be blue. Oh, it's going to look so cool. It kind of looks like cracked glass almost. Let me grab some pink here. And I'm going to fade this pink into that blue. Bring it just a hair over like it's coming from both directions here. And I might add, let's add some of that purple. Just a tibby bit here. So we're not going to need a lot. So technically, I'm going to pull this guy up. Just to kind of make it look like it's a vein of hollow, you know? So hopefully that kind of mimics kind of like a vein. Hopefully. Alright, so one thing I'm going to do is take a little bit of these green pieces here. And I'm going to come to the side. And that goes perfectly right there, that little shard. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that, guys. Alright. How cute. Alright, that's going to be cute, right? Oh, hi, Krista. Bye, Mama Vic. I really thank you for coming. Yay! I'm so glad you got to make it too. Thank you, guys. I hope you have an amazing night's rest. What do you guys think? I think she turned out cool. Definitely different than what I had in my head. What I had in my head was so different. I feel like I don't have enough color. I feel like I have too much of this one, and I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should add purple. Should I leave it alone? What do y'all think? I'm going to bring this guy in up here. Just a little. Above the pink. Yeah, because I have glitter here, but I think we need a color there. Should I bring in the purple? Let's do... I'm going to take my brush and do like a little line through that. So it looks like there's something there. I don't know, guys. What do you think? I'm just going to let that kind of flow into that orange part right there. And so kind of... There we go. I'm going to kind of flatten it inside there. Okay, that looks a little better. What I am going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of this. Just a tibby bit of little like flakies up here. Alright, well, that's where it's at. Okay. Alright, that one don't go there. So, I'm gonna grab a tiny purple. There we go. Just swing that around. Lock so. Alright, that's it. We're done. Jessica, hello. Oh. She doesn't catch every comment. Sorry. Alright. Alright, guys. I think they're looking pretty damn cool so far. Alright, so this one's gonna have the gel polish glitter sugar thing on this one. This is gonna have our V, so let's go ahead and do that. And then the rest, we're gonna do a marble with the colors, marble down here, and then the V cut, and then the opposite of this one. Alright, let's do it. Hi, Alyssa. How are you? It just occurred to me I was talking about sugar's process, not answering your question. Sorry if that came off weird. No worries. Hey, do not yell at nobody, okay? What in the world is going on? Hi, Queen. I did not see your comments. Hi, Rare A. How are you, love? Well, thanks. I appreciate that, Jessica. Thank you, thank you. All right. Hi, Angelina. Hi, Alyssa. All right, so this is what they're looking like. I'm a little slow when it comes to, like, those. All right, so now we are going to... I'm going to kind of move this so that way we're not going in the same direction here. I'm going to clean my brush. Both of them, actually. Alright, so we're doing the V, so I have my little guide thing here. So we got that. Alright, let's do it, shall we? Alright. So, for the French, I feel like I need more monomer. Alright. I'm just going to add more monomer, guys. Give me a sec. I want to add clean monomer real quick. So all I'm doing is just cleaning this out so I can add. I just stuck my arm in that. I forgot to tell you my story. Hi, Celia. Okay. Let me grab my bag. I didn't see the question, so I have no idea. I don't know if I have any mods in here or not. Hold on a sec, Glam. Alright. What up, everybody? Thanks for the likes. Shout out to everybody in here. You guys are freaking awesome. Alright, let me add some new. So if you guys are new here, hello, my name is Sugar. I don't need that much, but we're going to deal with it anyway. I love nails, and I love acrylic. I make my own. These are my bestie's acrylics, though. Alright, let's clean my brush here. And tonight, I needed to go live to do nails. So, we're going to use my color here. Sometimes my color can kind of dry quick, so I'm going to have to be quick with this V-cut here. Kind of scared, but I haven't done a V-cut French in years. Yes. Now, just a reminder, everybody, I am not a nail tech. I am a nail enthusiast, okay? Oh my god. If there is my name now. You dated my brother and now you're dating. What? I don't know what's being said right now, but alright. I'm trying to think of how I'm gonna go. Because I'm just gonna do that it's nowhere near a big enough bead. Honestly. But however, I was like, what if I just cut it and then I'll be fine? But I'm gonna cut that. So let me get this top part on. I don't know what I'm doing. Last time I just did it, guys. I should have laid it the other way, but like I said, I haven't done a freaking thing in forever. I thought I could do it with my brush, but because I have to wait until it gets... Hello, everybody. Hi, Cordy Love. Hold on, I need a little bit more here. Okay. I'm just gonna cut it. I'm sticking it inside my monomer so it doesn't stick to my brush. A little messy, but it's alright. I can still mold it, so I think I'm okay. I wanted it to be like a nice, like, funneled Frenchie. You know what I mean? It might just be, I'm gonna try to get as much of this off as I can, guys. I think I did it, but not the best way, but, you know, it's okay. For my second one ever, it's a little on the thick side, but that's what the, you know, thing's for. Night owls, yeah. It's like one of those ASMR squishy channels. I mean, it came down to a point exactly how I wanted it to, so all I gotta do is really shape it, let it dry, shape it, and push this down a little bit. I think she's not bad, but it's okay. It's not as what I was, whatever, but it's alright. I don't exactly know how I'm gonna do the opposite because I want to do multiple colors. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to do that fast. Aw, thanks everybody. Let me turn my music on, y'all. No worries, babe. No worries, Glam. Thanks, Cordy. Thanks, Christina. I love you guys. Let me... I don't know if you guys can hear that, but hopefully. Can you hear the music? Alright, there we go. So we're gonna let that dry, and then we're gonna do our thing. I'm gonna clean my brush even more. Thanks, babe. That is all Nelly right there. I mean, all this is Nelly's. Alright. I at least did what I set out to accomplish. You know? Did me a little V French. Now we gotta put the colors in there, and that's gonna be hard. But yeah, we are gonna sugar like this. I know, I love all them too. Let me take a drink while that's drying, guys. Technically, you should go to the secondary nail. That way, you know, you're working on that one too while this one dries, and you can go back and forth. And this one's so tiny, I think we'll be okay, but I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this one, because we're gonna reverse it, right? So the V is gonna be multicolored. So, do we want to do multicolored in the glitter, or do we want to marble it? I have all the supplies for acrylic, but I still haven't been brave enough. You got this, babe. I love you guys. Love you lots. Love you a long time. Okay. I did notice with these Novo Ovo tips, when you take your monomer and move your brush over the top to make it sticky, if it is too wet, your monomer is going to eat right through this nail. So just bear that in mind, you guys. If you're using acrylic with these, it's just these specific tips because they're so thin. Just be careful. Alright, well. Maybe I can get away with an ombre. Fuck. I don't know, guys. Because we can't do too many colors here. I'm just gonna do it like that and put my colors in here and go from there. No. You know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna do this all the way down. What do you guys think? Yeah, we're gonna do this all the way down. So I'm gonna try to keep it as nice and thin as I can here. Not thin, but nicely molded here. And we're gonna have a strip of rainbow coming all the way down this nail. What you think? So I think one thing is now we can do our colors a little bit bigger. Now that I've thought about it. And then the sides are going to be the other color. So we just have to make sure we keep it straight and pretty much the same all the way down. A little harder with glitter, but not too bad. I've always wanted to do this, so why not do it now? You know? You definitely want more... You want it to be thick, right? You want your colors to be thick, so you know, when you go to put your other color up against it, it has something to sit up against. I'm not really doing that very well, but we are going to succeed tonight, okay? And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do big here, and I'm going to get smaller and smaller and smaller as we go down. I think that would be cool. So, I've not done this, but if I keep it like this from the side, we'll have a better thing of making it thicker and it still being centered. And then I can just kind of roll this up a little bit here so I can blend it together. And then we want to keep it flat too. Flat and square, guys. I might have to add more up here, but that's no big deal. It's fine. As long as we keep our little line straight. It's going to be like a geode almost, you know? I think, anyway. Oh, where it cut, like, you see how it fades out more here? We can make it look just like the one I did on the thumb. We'll bring more of these colors out, like it's coming out from the sides, and then it'll go smaller, smaller, smaller. I think that's gonna look so cool. So I'm making sure I'm actually picking up acrylic with the glitter here. I'm going to take that monomer out of my brush. We're going to pull this guy up. I'm going to take that monomer out of my brush because I don't want it falling from side to side here. But I'm going to pull it up a little bit more here. Just so. And then I'm going to flatten just the top a little bit here. I think this is a cool idea. And so we're going to get smaller and smaller as we go down, y'all. So this is called color blocking. Is what this is called. So if it's going in and out, you guys, let me know. Oh, there we go. Now you guys can see. Can you see better now? Hopefully. So you want to keep this as good and perfect as you possibly can. We're going to have to fix this up here, but no big deal. I think we're okay. So we're going to take this purple. I'm going to take some of that liquid out. We're going to set that just like we did the blue one. And I'm actually going to just shove it up the sides here. Pull it up to blue a little bit. We are going to melt that into the blue part. And then we'll worry about making it what we need it to be. Right? So make sure your sides don't have no like glitters on them though. So we got to pull this guy down and make it slimmer and slimmer, flatter and slimmer, all the way down here. And well, basically you want to look at it from side to side every time, guys. And what I'm doing is I'm going to flat this out even more. And basically what you want is a nice angle like so, and then we're going to get smaller and smaller, and then I'll have to fill this up to make it bigger, so that way we can fill in the sides. I'm going to take most of that monomer out of my brush. Here's our pink. I'm going to pull that. Let's melt that baby in. And we're going to bring her up the side even more. I'm going to pull her down. But you have to make sure you have enough of that clear in there for the structure of the middle part of the band. If that makes sense. So I'm going to flatten this out. She's going to look cool. She may be a little crooked. I'm not sure. I can't really tell. I think she's a tad crooked, but it's okay. You do? Yay! Yes! Try. I'm gonna add a little bit more pink though here. Just to give us some more of that pink look. And if you tend to have a bigger glitter, guys, take that out, because this is the smaller side of our middle part. So you don't want that big glitter sticking out. You know what I mean? Alright, we're just going to keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Or, should I leave it like that? And that's going to be our V. What do you guys think? Should I leave it like that and then fill it in the sides? And that will be an entire V. It'll still look like a V because it's going to come down. What do you guys think? Because I'll like keep it square here. Push this in. Or should I just go all the way down? Leave it. Okay. Ooh, I love it. Alright, let's add the colors up at the top to give us what we need here. So, what I'm going to do, this is going to go there. So we need a good amount of this dark pink so we know it's pink. One thing we don't want is a big hump right at the whatchamacallit, right? So like I said, we're going to kind of come outward more. I'm going to fade that down. So it still kind of comes out like that. It gives it just something a little different, you know? Alright, let's add our orange. I think that coming out a little bit looks cool as hell. Ooh, I didn't think I'd be doing this tonight. Hi, Zuza. Number 2? Oh, no. You need to go to sleep, love. I appreciate you being here, babe. I really, 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 really do. Alright, so we need just a little bit of orange here. I understand, I promise. Alright, let's fade this guy up just a hair. We want to melt the colors together because we want that nice solid look, you know? And then we don't want it to be too big at the top. So I'm going to take just even a little bit more off here. I'll definitely take pictures, okay, Glam? Well, thanks. Appreciate it. Alright, we're going to do a little bit of yellow. And then we'll fill the green in, and we will be golden. Dude, seriously, thank you guys so much for being here. If you're new here, hi. My name is Suga, and I do nails, as you can see. I've never done this before, but I'm doing it now. Alright, you see how we have this dip right here? We need to make sure we don't have that dip, and it's all one. So I'm going to take a little bit more of this yellow, and we're going to fill this in. And we're going to make sure we melt that together with that orange so it looks nice and ombre. And like I said, we want it all to be the same as well. So I'm going to pull down. But I'm also going to maintain that shape at the same time. Oh, she's cool. Alright, let's get our green on there. Let's fade it up. We're going to take our brush and just lightly fade upward here. I'm going to take some of this. And all I'm going to do is take a tiny bit. I'm going to push that down into that little corner. And then I'm going to add just a tippy bit of blue to compensate for that ombre, and we'll be golden. Aw, hi, Jess Carter. I have, this year I think is 4 years. 4 years, I think. Not long. Not too long, anyway. Alright. Let's get our blue blended up. Pull this blue down over that purple. Look at that. Look at that. That's what you call a beautiful, nice inlay. Look at that. Alright. And then this is all going to be our other color. Cool. I think it's going to look cool. Hi, Stephanie. Hello. Yay. Oh, I know. I hope she's okay. I hope she's feeling okay. Oh, you just hit 12 years? Congrats, babe. Okay, I'm going to let this dry. Oh my god, you guys. Look what this is going to look like, you guys. Oh my Lanta. And then for this one, when we do the sugar on it, oh, it's going to be perfect, y'all. Alright, let's do this bad boy. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Did we say marble? Are we gonna do all the colors? Oh, I gotta file first. You know what I want? I want one of those really super thin files that I can like get right up in there. Okay. I need to move these because I don't want anything to get in my powders here. So I gotta think. We use the white on that one, this one, glow on that one, glow on that one. Okay, so they're all gonna have glow in them. Except for the middle one's the only one. Do I need to do 3D flowers, y'all? What do you think? Should I do two-tone 3D flowers? Let me just make sure. Whoop. It's not completely dry at the end here. But I'm going to file it anyway. I'm going to use the... I need the 80 grit actually, but... Now I'm filing this so I can make it like super crispy. I was gonna make it like kind of come like swirly down, but I think this is gonna look cool. For my first, actually my second time doing this, I think she's gonna look cool. Hi, Rochelle. Raquel? Rochelle. Raquel? Yeah, you want me to do 3D flowers? Okay, girl. I'm only going to do them on the glitter one. So we're going to do white flowers with a touch of color to them. So the flowers are actually going to glow. How about that? I'm just going to fix this little hump I got going on here. Alright, so this side comes out. This is more straight. So I need to come in on this side. Which means I need to angle my file inward more. So we can make that straight. Oh, I feathered this out so I know it's actually straight here. That look better, guys? Hopefully. I didn't put enough there, but that's okay. No biggie. I think she looks okay. So, we're just going to go with it. So, the bottom of this, we're just going to go with it. And let's wipe her off. What do y'all think? Woo! Yay! Thanks. Shout out to everybody. You guys are the shit. It's still a little lopsided right here, but we'll put something around this. It'll be aight. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is we're going to use all the colors. Do we marble again? Or we just want to use... How about we use the glitter colors only? Because we're going to marble, or this guy I have, and then we'll have this. So why don't we use these colors with the white? So it'll kind of be like a galaxy-esque type. What do you think? And then that way, like, we'll have the glitters plus... Mainly glitters, though. Or should I add... So, I think I'll do the glitters. No marble. V rainbow down. Oh, so you want, like, rainbow all the way down. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, so you want me to start... So, okay, so since I started with pink, I'm going to start with purple and work my way down this way. No marble, just ombre. Correct? Yes, I can. Here you go. This is what they look like. So yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Alright, let me move these over so I can see what I'm doing here. Alright, so we're going to start with purple first. So I'm going to come in on this side. I'm not going to take all the liquid out of my brush. You're welcome. Hi, Kiki. Thanks, Christina love. But I want to make sure I get enough acrylic with my glitter. Does that make sense? You don't want too much. Because remember, we're going to ombre these colors together. One thing, though. And you want to go right up against your color here. I'm not going to go over it, per se, but I'm going to go right up against it and make sure that I'm pushing it right up against that so it is level and even all the way. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to have two-toned all the way down. So I want to make sure I have enough of each color so we get a good variety of the rainbow on here. So now that I have that one on there, I'm going to do my blue. Or actually, let's do the purple on the other side here real quick. And I don't want my brush too wet, but I also don't want it dry either, right? Because we're doing an ombre, so we want the colors to really function well together. I don't even know if I'm explaining this good, but hopefully. Alright, so you don't want it to be sticking out of your nail. Okay, so we're going to pull this down and up. And I'm going to pull this like this, and it can be the same on both sides or not. It's up to how you want your color here. My V is a little offset, but no, it's okay. So I'm going to add a little bit more. I put a little too much on that side, so I got to offset it. And then I'm going to pull this down. My heat kicked on, so now it's hot in here. Imagine that. No worries, though. We're just going to pat and go, pat and go. Like I said, don't want this to go over my nude, though. And I want this to go up to that. This is my first time doing this, you guys, so bear with me, everybody. Alright, so I want to make sure that I am blending this blue up into this purple really well. But I also need to make sure I have enough on the nail as well. Okay? So I'm going to grab a bigger bead here to fill that in. And we're going to pull up. Flatten it and make that go up over that purple. So we get that nice action of that bead there. And I am actually going to push it back up so it's all nice and even. And I'm barely pushing. And you want to keep your sides nice and tight. Nice and tight, everybody. Okay? Because that would mean less filing that you guys have to do, right? But you can always go back in and add some color over it too. That way, if you miss a spot, no big deal. Alright, I am going to make sure that had a lot of monomer in it. However, we're going to melt it into the purple here. And I'm going to move this. And I want to make sure it as flat as I can get it. We don't want wide nails. This is a wide nail to begin with. However, it's definitely a lot wider than I anticipated, but no big deal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this blue and I'm going to add it here. Just so we have that little spot there filled in. But I don't want to go over the V. And we want to make sure there's no indentations, that it's all one and leveled together. Hi, Babylicious! Hubby's still asleep. I am an early bird. Aw, thanks, Cordy love. Alright, let's go in with our green. Oh, look at that. Crystal, that was a lot. You got 3 other colors to put on here, ma'am. Okay, let's blend. Push. Blend. Push. Blend. Push. And if it's falling to the side, push it back towards the middle, guys. So you have enough acrylic in the middle where the structure of the nail is, okay? Because you need that so it doesn't snap. And you have enough structure in the middle there. Now, I'm a dork, and do you see how it comes out like this? I didn't do it fast enough because I was more worried about getting the color on. So, for future reference, guys, when you have it, when you're going down the side like this, go down this way too. So you don't have that big, like, I have this line and then it has like a dip on it like that. But I was so excited about putting the color on that I didn't even think about it. So, yeah. Alright. Same thing here. Let's fade that up. But I wanted to make sure I had a good enough structure on here. The one thing is, when you're doing something like this, you don't have to make it like that, guys. Here's where I messed up, okay? When you're doing a color like this, you don't have to have it go like the same, what do you want to call that? You can come down to where you're just making the, like, as if you're coloring a color page or something and not making it look so big. But I wanted it all to be one, to where I could just lightly cap it and had structure on my nail, because these will break. So we'll put some over our V. I hope that makes sense, you guys. I got way too much orange, but so for the most part, what you want to do is you can just kind of like feather it on instead of having so much on your nail at once. Does that make sense? Especially because there are smaller nails already. But it's okay because, yeah, not a big deal. We just know that we got structure to our thumb. You know? Alright, I'm going to pull. So what I didn't do was pull the colors down. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing here. Because once you pull those colors down like that, you don't necessarily have that big, thick, you know, whatever to them. But it's okay. Alright, I want to make sure that really looks like pink here. I'm going to pull this down. Oh, these are going to look bomb. Alright, let's make her beautiful. Look at that. Because I was like, oh, I want this to be like it's coming down. But it's okay. This side comes out a little bit. No big deal, though. No big deal. And you want to look at it from side to side so you don't have super big humps. Like, You want to make sure you're going and just kind of pulling. But you want enough so you don't have a little at the end here. Does that make sense? I pulled mine so much that now I have a verb. But it's okay, because we'll get her back up there like so. Alright, let's pat that. Look at it from this way. I think I did pretty good, guys. For my first time, well, actually, not my first, my second time here. I think she's pretty cool. In terms of, I'm not gonna have to file a lot. But yes, ma'am. I got lost in the sauce. I'm sorry, guys. But that's what she looks like, guys. We'll put something around her. I like that, though. I like the blend. Do you guys like the blend? You think I need anything anywhere else? You think I'm good? Let's see. I have a little divot here. I'm going to take a little bit of this yellow. There we go. Alright, well, that was only my second time doing a V French. She's a little wide, guys. Look at that. You see that? Look at that freaking arch we got going on there. That wideness. I'm not liking it, but it's okay. We'll disguise her with something else. We shall disguise her with something else. Alright, now we're going to do the nude on the other one. Can you put 3D hearts instead of flowers? Well, this one's like a freestyle summer set, so I guess I'm not good. That's why I wanted to do flowers. It was rough, dude. Thanks, Dragon Love. I appreciate everybody that went through there. Appreciate it. Alright, I'm going to put this on here because we're done with these. Oh shit. Lavender field. We're just gonna put that one. Don't go on that one. That goes on that one. Give me one sec, y'all. Give me one sec. Hi, Jody. Did I miss your name? I'm sorry, babe. Okay, I'm putting wrong ones on. This one's poison ivy. Y'all, I'm so bad at this. Trying to put all these on here. Oh shit, I need those, don't I? Crap. Alright, we still need the regular colors, which I forgot. And the white. My bad. So I'm gonna do glow. I'm doing glow flowers on the glitter nail with a hint of these colors. So each flower is going to be a different color. But for right now, I'm going to move these out of the way real quick. So we can put this in here. Alright, wish me luck, everybody. I should just fill this in, right? That's it. That's all I gotta do. I gotta just fill it in, right? That was a lot, Crystal. Holy shit. This isn't a very big nail, so. I'm like, do I go over the color? I don't know. Wouldn't that be cool to go over the color and make it look like it's coming out from the middle? That's what I'm just gonna do, okay? I'm not gonna worry about the line, and that's what I should have done on the other one, and just make it look like it's coming out of the side of this color, you know? Just a little bit, and we're gonna make it go in and out, in and out. Kind of like a fairiness. It's like breaking through the color, right? That's how I think about it anyway. I think that's a cool concept, no? That was a really wet bead. Excuse my wet bead, everybody. But I think it looks somewhat cool, no? I'm gonna push this up over that color though. Dude, I think that looks cool. Like it's coming out of the... Oh yeah, that looks cool as hell. Like it's literally a jade stone coming out of my nail. Oh, that looks cool! You guys like it? I like it. So let's blend this guy. I'm barely rubbing that. Oh, that looks cool. It's literally making it look like a peak. It's literally making it look like it's at an angle, and I didn't even do anything. Let me get this straight here. It does. It look like it's at a peak, but it's really not. It's flat. That's crazy. Oh, how I missed doing my nails, everybody. Alright, right here is where I want it to thin out. I don't want it to be like... Oh, that looks cool. Oh, that is cool, because if you just go over the color just a little bit, it makes it like it's part of your freaking nail. Ooh, I love that. I think I need to come up this top part to make it look round. I don't know. And we're gonna blend it though. You think I should do the whole top so it looks inside there? Thanks, love. I feel like I need to like make this come around here a little bit to like cover it. Or you like it like that? Yes? Okay. This is the coolest nail I think I've done, guys. Honestly. Alright, so we're just gonna lightly do this. And we're gonna blend her in. Alright, guys. That's what she looks like. I think it looks cool. I need a little bit more right there at the very tippy top, but... Dude, thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. So I'm gonna let this just kind of cover these glitters a little bit more. And I don't care if it's messy, because that's the whole point. Dude. Gives me enough structure here. What do y'all think? A little bit weird up here, but I think it'll be okay. Oh, that looks cool as shit. I like it. I like it. Like it a lot. Alright, let me make sure my sides are good, y'all. Just need a tibby bit here. Alright, everybody. That is that nail. Oh my god. She's not bad either from the side. Cool. The only one that I hate the thumb, you guys. I hate it. I just absolutely hate the thumb. Because I feel like it's too wide and there's not like enough. I just want to take this guy and shrink it down, and then I'll be happy with it. But what are you gonna do? Doesn't that look weird with the humps out though? Alright, I'm gonna use my other brush to clear cap. Maybe if I clear cap, it won't be as bad. What do you guys think? Because if I file this hump, we're going to be... like, the new triangle isn't enough. No, it's almost like it kind of comes out more, so it looks a little uneven. I like the new triangle. It's just this kind of comes out and is, like, bulging out this way. And I didn't know if I should shave that down. If it would be better or not. Because I always make this part super big. But if I shave the glitter, it's just gonna look retarded. Because it's glitter. Okay. Just the little bulge is all we need. Come on, mister. Oh, look, so much better. It already looks more uniform. No one will know. I got this side real nice. Now we gotta get this side real nice, and I think we'll be good. I'm just gonna have to add more pressure to it. Much better. Not that I really wanted to do that, but gotta do what you gotta do before we clear cap. It's a little crooked, but at least we got the sides nice and, you know what I mean? You know that saying, like, no one's gonna know. No one's gonna know. You know? Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys my story. Okay, I don't want to file anymore because we're screwed if we file anymore. Okay. That's what she looks like. I'm going to take my little towel guy and I'm going to, like, get that off of there so that way I can clear cap. And I don't take too long to clear cap, which is great. Didn't take too much off, so that's good. The colors are going to look so crazy. You know what I mean? Okay. Is this what they look like, everybody? Let's clear cap these babies. It is a process, dude. One thing I do gotta do is I need to... Thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. Shout out to everybody in here. Y'all are the bomb. I will. Oh no, I hate when my AirPod or my ear thingy does that. I hate that. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Alright, I guess I do have to put my caps on, guys, because, you know, I don't want nothing in my powders here. Duh. Forget me not. And that. Right there. Okay. So I'm a hand filer. So just know I'm a hand filer as well. I'm just going to use what I have in my thing. I'm not going to waste any more adding a bunch of monomer. Alright, we're using Nailmate. Hi, We Care. Happy Saturday. I usually only have one. Aw. Thanks, Christina Love. See, I'm always debating about you. Girl, I'm always debating as well. I wish our food was a lot nicer. This is Nailmate. Clear, crystal clear acrylic. I love her acrylic, guys. Love it, love it, love it. Alright. Alrighty, dighty. Let's start with this guy first. So I do have a code with Nailmate. Oh no, there's a hair. You gotta go, buddy. I almost left that on my brush. Too long. Alright, I'm gonna melt this. And my color is a structure color, guys, but I don't like to file over my glitter covers. So, yeah. I'm just gonna pull this down. I don't need a lot. We already have enough acrylic on here. So we just need a light capping so we don't go through this glitter. It's literally it. Because I put so much on. So I know that my thumb is not going to break at all. Literally. I love this clear. And by the way, happy Nail Tech, National Nail Tech Day. That was actually yesterday, but that was like nothing, guys. It's crazy. I love her clear, you guys. Push this down a little bit more. And the more you look, the better off you're going to be with filing, guys. Oh, brush hair. One thing I didn't do is get in this corner, though. Because when I file like, oh my gosh. I'm heavy-handed when I file, so I'm pretty bad. I'm going to do this real light up here at the top. And then swing it down real lightly. I'm just going over that to make sure I'm covering all my bases here. Hi, Nicole. Good morning. Or, I don't know how late it is for everybody, but your girl missed another spot, y'all. I'm just going to take it down the whole side. And take the majority of that excess off. Alright. There we go. Now, she is golden. I don't need much at the end here. Most of your file will get that. If it's a little bumpy, no big deal. But you still want to make sure you keep it like as straight as you can. So I'm just going to fill this top part in real light here. Little hole, but when I file, I don't want it to be a hole, so. Oh my god. Then we're going to snatch her up. She's going to be banging. All right, y'all. Love it. Oops, I just put my hand in there. Oh well. Y'all, I freaking love it. Love it. Freaking love it. That was fast too. And the fact that I have her brush and, you know, obviously you want to make sure you have a clean monomer when you're capping, but I don't feel like dealing with it. So I'm just going to cap. Okay? Because I don't want to waste my monomer. I'm going to make sure I push this all the way to the side and up. But I don't want super big air bubbles either. And I don't like big apexes, so I'm taking this and I am flattening that out. It's not typically what you do, but I don't care. We can fix whatever with a file, that's fine. But in terms of making sure I blend that bead in, it's not as great, but it's there. And this is going to be a little big just because it is a marble. Like I said, typically I'll leave it pull our sides in. Let's melt that baby together. Yes, darling. I don't need an apex because I already have I have a good amount on here, guys, okay? So I don't need an apex. I'm not worried about an apex. One thing I do want to say is this brush is a game changer. A little too much monomer there. No biggie. We'll just bring that baby down. Blend that bead in and bring the rest down. Like so. I shouldn't have done that, but I did. So we're going to bring this back up this way. If you have any coming off the side, you can bring it back up the nail as well. But I still want to make sure I'm keeping it nice and straight. See how I have like this little indent here? We're going to make sure we pull that excess off the side. Like so. And then keep our sides nice and flush together. I still need some right here, but... Now this brush is bigger, so it's going to hold a lot more liquid than the brush I was using earlier. Does that make sense? Excuse me. Alright, I'm blending this bead in, and then I'm going to blend it down just super ever so lightly. Like, I'm like ever so lightly. And we're going to make sure that, because we can make all this really nice with our file, right? But we want to make sure all this has got to come out, which is no big deal. So I just got a lot there, which will come off with filing. Just make sure your sides are good so you're not going to file that off. And I think I'm pretty good. I'm golden, I think. I don't think I'm going to file that off at all. We got barely little filing we need to do. We got our structure here. Little apex. I'm going to add this guy here. Just tippy bit. Pull him up here. There we go. No bumpy lumpies either. Beautiful. Hi, Floyd. If I miss your guys' question, I apologize, but it's kind of hard to see them all when I'm doing this, so bear with me, please. Spank you. I'm going to clean my brush. We are using clear, so the more you clean it, the better off you're going to be. That way nothing actually sticks into your brush, and sometimes I have... Girl, me either. I'm trying to go fast. Look at that, though. Ugh. I'm going to pat it all the way to the side. Pull the side, and then I'm going to pull it up. Like I said, I don't want a huge apex on these. And then I'm going to pull down. You definitely want to clean your brush more than I am right now. I'm just kind of going a little bit fast, which... Just because it, you know, I've been doing this for I don't know how many hours. I want to get to that look, you know? And I want to also make sure I bring in those sides so I don't have a lot of filing to do. That's going to look so cool because it's clear background. Oh my god. Look at that. Let's blend her in. We're going to bring her down. And like I said before, I'm not the type of bead girl that can put a bead down and come all the way down the nail. That's totally fine with me. I'm going to blend this up real quick and then bring it down. And make sure you guys look at it from angle to angle. Like right here, I should be patting it, but I'm not, unfortunately. So I'm going to pull this back up and then pull it back down. Because what you don't want is that like little... You don't want that. Not really. So we're going to make it all one. And I want to make sure my tip is nice and strong. So I'm going to take what I have out on my brush. Not all of it. Let's blend her in. So they're all at the same height. Does that make sense? If they're all at the same height, you have a little bit better and easier time of being able to keep it, you know, nice and straight. Alright, I need a little bit more. I need this up here, and I'm using dirty monomer. Alright, hold up, y'all. We're almost done. Well, with that anyway, but I gotta clean my monomer dish. And the reason why, if I would have cleaned it last time, I would have been alright, but I never cleaned it last time, so. But like I said, I do need to work on making sure I'm focusing on cleaning my brush more, because that's super important. It really is super important, and it's one thing that, like, will make a huge difference in your clear, because it can also make your clear cloudy. Like, I'm talking like super cloudy. So, you want to make sure with your clear, your brush, you know, shake your little... Alright, let's pour the rest of this in here. I mean, if you guys... Hi, book nerd. Strong like a bull. Yeah, girl, yes. Alright, I'm just making sure I'm cleaning this pretty good, you know? But you can always tell when it's getting dirty. Like, this is what it normally looks like. But if it's bulging out the middle here, you know that you need to clean your brush. Alright, so I'm going to put this on here kind of wet. Pull it up. And then I'm going to pull it down. And I'm going to pull the excess like that. Take that excess off. Because I don't want... You want to make sure you're taking this off, because these are going to be on your nails. And you want to look from side to side. If you have more on this side than you do this side, it's going to be fine, because you can get it with your brush. Right? That melded in there beautifully. Okay, girl. Shoot. That one's done. I shouldn't have to file a lot either. Hello! Jody's not working today? I'm not... Are you talking to me, Raquel? I'm not a nail tech. I don't know if you're talking to me or not, but... Your girl is not a nail tech. Look at that. I'm just a nail enthusiast. I just really love acrylic. We're gonna push this in. Pull it up. I like helping people, and I always hope that one day I can, by whatever I'm doing, can teach people, you know. There are things that I do wrong. I am not perfect at all, and I just hope that from anything that I create, that I am able to inspire somebody to want to create anything that they have been, you know, dreaming about creating, or, you know, anything like that. Like, that would be freaking amazing. And the fact that I have all of you guys here, like, I am completely so incredibly grateful to even just be here. Hi, Jupiter. Yeah, it's definitely art for sure. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell my story. Why didn't you guys tell me? Alright, let's pull this guy up. I'm going to try to take the rest of this down the nail as much as I can. Although I missed, no big deal. Missed the end of it there. He started, ooh, wow, 2014. I dreamt about doing acrylic in 2014. I always watch everybody and I'm like, oh, I could never do this. Could never do this. I just want to do nails, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I was always watching the makeup people and like Jeffree Star and, you know, stuff like that. And I was never really into makeup. I never really wore a lot of it. So it wasn't like my thing. I liked watching them do it, but it just wasn't my thing. I don't know if you guys can relate to that or not, but I was like, okay, I like makeup, but I don't like it that much to where I want to like, I always wanted to open a YouTube channel. This one got very, very bumpy, but it's okay, because, you know, we can level her out. I just need a little bit there. Alright, I'm going to blend this up. To the sides. I'm just going to lightly... I think it's been playing the same damn song over and over again. Okay, this right here is we're gonna mellow this little area out. So I'm gonna do it really light, because it doesn't need much. So I'm just gonna lightly brush this back. So when it dries, it's all one. Here we go. It's a little blah on the tip right there, but I think I'll be able to be okay with, you know, as long as this is good. Alright. So you just, it's a little wobbly, but it'll be alright. So, I can't wait. It's making my brain. Alright, y'all. Well, it's officially been on here for 2 hours and 22 minutes. I just gotta get my charger. You know what I have to do? I have to pee so bad, y'all. Thanks for hanging with me. Thanks for hanging with your girl. I appreciate it. Hi, girl. Hi, babes. Hello. Gotta plug my phone in so nothing happens to it. Do 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 do. 7 p.m. Did it go? I think it is. Shout out everybody in here. Thanks for the likes. We got one more nail to encapsulate. That's it. We're done-ski. Done-ski, everybody. I love this clear. Love it. One thing that I do have to do is let this set up on my brush more. Because I forget that this brush holds a lot of liquid. Let's push this in the middle. I'm trying to pattern, okay? I'm trying to pat, okay? Your girl's trying to pat here. So that way I am not gonna go into this glitter. Because this one is one I don't want to go into. So I'm actually gonna pull this down as much as I can here. Keep my sides in the best I can. If this one's a little lumpy, that's okay. I just want to make sure that, you know, it's fully encased. Hi, Lou. What do you think about my nails? Everybody? What do you think of my nails, everybody? Do you guys like them? I'm gonna lightly pull that up. I think that looks like a geode, guys. I really think it does look like a geode. Let's melt that baby together. It's crazy because the illusion of it really does look like, make it look like it's, like coming up to a point, and it's really not. Looks like it, but it's not. Look at that. Okay, girl. I have to say, guys, I think I did pretty damn good on this, being I tried a bunch of that I didn't even know how to do. One thing I do know how to do is slay some nails. One thing, I'll have to come in on this side, I think. Alright. Only thing I gotta do is I gotta put a little bit right there, though. This one's gonna be our chunky monkey. Just because I'm just trying to make sure I encapsulate this whole part right here, because I didn't have anything up there, so let's flatten her out as much as we possibly can. I think she looks like a gemstone. Hi, Maga? Just got done ripping my practice nails off my hands. Oh, good God, girl, don't rip them off. Please don't do that. So I did get a little bit underneath here, but that's okay. The rest of it's pretty dandy. Alright, let's let that dry. And then we will file. So while those are drying, I'm going to set up so we can file. I do have my, oh God, I just poured clear acrylic all over my desk, everybody. Hi, Mole. More yellow? Sorry. Oh yeah, tell my story. Duh. Thanks, Glam. So, I'll tell you while I'm cleaning my brush. Did I use up my... I did. No, I didn't. Okay. So, you guys want to hear something stupid and funny at the same time? A couple days ago, I come home. I had to pee really bad, okay? I have two bathrooms. I have one that is the kids' bathroom that's in between their bedrooms, and I have one back in my bedroom, which is right beside me. Well, I didn't want to have to run all the way back here because I had to, like, pee that bad. You know what I mean? Look at my brush. It's beautiful. Look, that's how you can tell she's clean, is when you take your bristles and you kind of smush them outward like that. If they're sticking together, it's not clean. If they're coming apart like that, that means it's clean, guys. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to roll her. She's not supposed to go to a point because she's more of an open brush. I like to just kind of keep mine like that. That is how I like to keep mine. Anyway, so I throw all my stuff down, and my cat, okay, my kitty, likes to, jump on my back and stuff, right? Well, everybody, she come into the bathroom. I'm literally going to the bathroom. Hi, Amelia. Hi, beautiful crazy nail 76. Yes, I still have the flowers to do. So, do you use this? No, I don't. All I use is my monomer, guys. But I ended up freaking, you know, going to the bathroom, whatever. My cat was biting my toe. Okay, so she was like playing with my toe, and she ended up biting my toe. So I was like, ow, you know. So I bent down to shoo her away, and lo and behold, when I did that, I have like this like white little vanity thing that sits on the floor that holds towels and stuff. And when I did that, I freaking I bent down, tried to shoosh her out of the way, and when I did that, my head came down, so my left side of my face, and I literally smashed my eyebrow in my eye. If I would have been up any further, I would have taken my eye out. Like, because there's like a little screw, and it's not a screw, but it's like a little metal point that comes out like this on the edge. And when I come down, I literally was moving forward and down like this. So when it hit in between my eye and my eyebrow bone. And yeah, I bashed it so hard that my jaw literally vibrated, and I was like, what the, you know what I mean? It was crazy. I was so mad because it hurt. I didn't even realize what the hell had happened until after. I was like, whoa, bro. And I got up, turned the light on, and lo and behold, I had a little bit of blood dripping and a big old freaking, it looked like bigger than a marble, so like a bouncy ball size on my eye. That was fun. You know, that was real fun. Shuffle playlist. Next one, please. Go. Good grief. Okay, so I'm going to move all these, and then I'm going to put these ones away. So all the ones that I don't need, I'm going to put away really quickly, so we have room. Ugh. And please, guys, make sure you go check out Nelly, who made all of these beautiful, wonderful colors. These are custom. She only does it ever so often. It's just something she does for her members, if you want to become a member. But she also does a lot of acrylic videos. So, yeah, she is great. Okay. I'm going to put down not a new towel, but I'm going to take my brushes and set them up there for right now. Move this guy, move that guy. Alright, everybody. Let me put my clear away. Dude, y'all are fucking awesome. I love you guys. You guys are love them. We're not doing yellow. Yeah, I'm so freaking glad I'm okay, dude. No one needs to call the police. Yeah, it hurt bad. If you... Alright, that's it. That's enough for you. Okay, so Lou is going live with Stacy, which is Fifi Spaffy Nails, and Mrs. T and Glam. Hi, Isaiah. Glam Nails. Tomorrow. It's 4 p.m. our time, EST time, and then I think, 9 p.m. your guys' time? Oops, sorry about that. You did a Kuromi set? Oh, I have not done Kuromi yet. I know, Lou, I'm so excited. Okay, so I have we have this little guy here. My little Melody Susie. Is this... Oh man, I forgot I had to plug this bizarre in. That's why I hardly ever use this, because I want one that's rechargeable, but everyone says they're not worth a damn because they lose charge a lot, and I'm just like... I don't know if they do, because this is only my second one. But... we are definitely... I keep forgetting I have plugs on both sides, y'all. Sorry, I keep moving that. But we have this guy. This is my Melody Susie. Whoa! That's on one? Wow. Alright, so here's the nails, everybody. This is what they look like. We're gonna take this guy. Woo! Alright, well, it's not done yet. Let me turn this off because they are not dry yet. They are not dry yet. Ah, what are you doing? Bye, Maggie. You love them? Good morning, everybody. Bye. Thank you, love. It's been a minute, I know. But if we want to finish this set, it's going to be a minute. So I understand if you guys need to go to bed. I understand. I love you guys and appreciate it. They just need just a little bit. They're not completely... Oop, up there still wet. Down there still wet. This one's still wet. This one's okay. Oh, not right there. Okay. It's because it's cold in here. Then it gets hot in here. So, while that's drying, I'm going to set this here so you guys can look at the colors. And I have to pee. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to go to the bathroom. And we're going to be using these colors on this one. We're going to do a nice little sugar action. And then we got our 3D flowers here. And I might end up doing like little petals right along the edge of this one. What do you guys think? Or we could do like something. You guys pick and choose what we want to do off the edge of this. I could always draw something coming down the, like, you know, like little swirlies that come down with, or we could just use, we could make it easy for ourselves and use some rhinestones. I don't have any pearls, unfortunately. Neon polishes. They are from BRITTBRATNAILDIT. It is the Paradise collection. She no longer has the collection as a whole, but you can buy them individually. And she is linked down below. So, alright, I have to go to the bathroom. I apologize, but I have to go to the bathroom. I can't hold it anymore. Yay! I'm stoked too! Shout out to everybody in here. Thank you. Make sure you like and subscribe, guys. Alright, I gotta pee. I'll be right back. Ta-da, we're back, and we're back. Thank God. Sorry, hopefully you couldn't hear me pee, but that's the way it is. Alright, y'all. Have y'all been able to see okay? I had to wash my gloves. I keep my gloves on, but I had to wash my gloves. You know, gotta go to the bathroom, wash your hands. That's what happens when I drink coffee this late. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna do it so we can get this baby done. So I'm gonna take my really nice hard file here. We got 100, 180, but this is like a 80 grit. And I like to take them off the stands because I have a little bit more control. So hopefully this isn't too loud. But thanks for coming, everybody. Alright, so we're going to make sure we go in straight here. And you want to make sure you go straight on both sides. You don't want to just do one side and not the other, because then you're going to have one side that's finicky and one that's not, and you want to keep them, because your file's going to show you exactly where you need to file at, guys. It's a little bit harder, but if you get any in the back end, make sure you get it out, because it makes your nails so much nicer. This is a huge pet peeve of mine. I know there's not a lot behind here for me, but sometimes I've seen people with a lot underneath and they didn't clean out the inside, and I'm like, no, it ruined the set because it makes it still look bumpy. So just being honest here. We're just gonna take that excess off. Anything? Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. Got a little bit right here, because these are like press-ons, guys. So you want to make sure you don't have a lot in here, because these are going on your nails, especially right here. Okay? Right there is where a lot of that acrylic likes to sit if you're not paying attention. So you can always go in and file it. Just make sure you actually file it, though. And don't be afraid to file it. I used to be afraid to file, but... Now, this needs to be more rounded. Not too much, though. I am going to hand shape these because I'm not going to need to use my file. We're going to go like this, and that's going to round out that nice touch on the sides here. And then you want to be careful at the end as well, right here. This blends it really, really nicely. You can either go down. I like to go this way. And I'm actually using my whole arm and not my wrist. I don't know if any of this is making sense. I'm not very good at explaining things, but we're going to go straight on this side. And then we're going to take it straight all the way around. I'm going to keep moving the nail here. But we don't want to flatten out any little apex that we have. We do not want to flatten that out. We just want to make sure our nail is nice and straight. Typically, you'll do this on yourself, but... Oops. And you want to constantly keep looking from this angle to this angle. You know what I mean? Ooh, girl. We need to make her pointy, yes? Yes. Pointy. So we're going to go in at an angle, like straight. And then we're going to curve upward, like so. So we get that nice curved point. Same thing on this side. We're adding force with our finger here. and not the whole file. So only this end of the file is going to be on the point and not the whole nail. I watched people do the whole thing and they're trying to just get the point, and then they file off all this, so then their nail is like screwed, you know what I mean? So you want to take it and go this way, and then this way, and then you just want to make them even, guys. You don't want no bulges. You want to hold it upward from the client view. Client perspective is how they call it, I guess. Look at that point, y'all. Woo! Love it. See how it has a nice structure coming from point A to point C, because actually there's like A, B, and C, but there's like 1, 2, 3, and 4 zones of some sort. I don't really know the zone names, but I just know how I file. We're gonna make sure all this is leveled out really nicely. And one thing your girl can do, look at that. Look at that structure. I don't know if you can see it, but look. One thing I can do is snatch a nail. One thing I gotta do is we're gonna bring this in a little bit more here. Yes, look at that. It goes straight down. There's no like here, goes straight down. Check this side. It's nice. It's straight, but it also has a curve to it. We're gonna do the same thing on this side. Yes, darling. Bring this in just a hair more. Because you want to make sure your point's not crooked either. Because I tend to do that a lot. So, you see how thick mine is? Because of how I made the sides here. We need to go in. And we need to make it flush. So typically, that's what you would use your nail file for, but I have a lot here, and that's fine, but that's because I built the sides up so high, and I shouldn't have, but it's not a big deal. I just know that that's because I built the sides up so high. Now, you have to be careful because you don't want to go in too much. So my file is kind of going in a circular motion, and it just kind of like edges it out a little bit more without putting the edges in there. But when I put it on, it's going to be like super squared. But it's okay. I mean, this part's really nice, but we don't want to go through that top end. But we definitely don't want a square. Okay, I'm going to bring that in more. That's as good as I'm going to be able to get her, guys. But that's okay, right? Let me do this again. Get her nice and pointy. still gonna look big, but I think overall it's okay. It's okay. Yes, ma'am. I am. It sucks I made that so big, but what are you gonna do, right? So typically people don't take them off the stands, but I just don't like to have them on my stand while I'm doing it, because then I gotta redo everything. So we're just gonna go like this. Everyone's like, oh, it's much easier if you do it with your hand file or your e-file, and I'm like, probably, but especially with smaller nails, definitely a lot easier with your nail file or your e-file, but I feel like I'm gonna put a lot of pressure. I might have to use my little tiny bit for that, you know? But most of the time your stuff will come out of the inside here. Especially if you use your e-file. But typically you can get it to come out. Alright. I'm gonna round this out the best that I can without... because these nails are square anyway. And I tried to... like, keep them the way that they were, but... like, I noticed they were more square than what I'm typically used to, you know? But it's no big deal. Gonna make sure we get this straight. Now, depending on when I get done, you guys, I might have to do the flowers tomorrow, guys. I've been up for 12 hours all day, pretty much. But I wanted to make sure I got these done with you guys because, yeah, I needed to do nails. So, we will file. I'll put the top coat on, you guys, because I'm telling you right now, my back is killing me. But I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody for being here. Please make sure you like this. If you like this set and you had a great time and you're new, make sure you subscribe, like, all the good stuff. And yeah, I hope that you love it here. Welcome to anybody who is new to the Sugar Fam. I do a lot of lives, you guys, so I'm not a nail tech, I'm just an enthusiast. But if you have any questions, one of the girlies at some point can help you. I can help you, and if I don't know, I will designate you to somebody who does. Like this kind of veers that way, so we're going to take this in more. Now this one, we don't want to put too much pressure on. We need to take down this side. So we're going to go side to side. Because they need to be pointy. So we're going to rock it in at an angle here. Much better. Yes. Hi, Alicia, babe. Thanks for being here, lovey. I hope you have a great night's rest. What do you guys think so far? Do you like them? Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Alright, let's look from the side here. Alrighty. I think she's good, guys. She looks nice. Didn't have much to do. Because if you keep your filing or your stuff not that much, then you won't have a lot of filing to do when it comes time to filing. So let's look at it this way. It is flat, I understand that. But that's okay. It has a little bit of an arch, not much, but that's alright. Alright. This one right here is not going to need much at all. We're going to go underneath. Go straight. And then we're going to curve up. It's all about angles. You know where I learned that from? Murder Manis. I learned it from Nelly too, but I didn't quite get the concept of like doing this and then moving the angle of this at an angle as well. So you know what I mean? I'm very grateful. So how's everybody's night/morning going? Everybody had a great morning so far? This one, like I said, isn't going to need a lot. Do you see why we have to turn it and look at it from every angle, guys? Because one side can be off in such a major way and you not realize it, and you get done and you're like, you don't even know, right? But when you go to put your nail on, something seems off. Well, it's because you didn't look at your angles, right? You didn't look at it from all angles. Not that you didn't, but you know what I mean? So when it gets nice and tough right here, sometimes you can just take your finger, your thumb, and it'll come right off. Other times, depending on how thick it is, it won't. So just make sure you get that off out of here because it will show through the nail, especially if you have a clear nail. Even if it's glitter, glitter will disguise it, but for the most part, it won't. Like I have some right here. So I would say these Novo Obos are really, really great tips, but I think they're more for Gel X than they are for acrylic, to be honest with you. That's just my opinion, but they are really great for Gel X purposes, and that's probably what they were meant for, but yeah. So this one, we don't even need to really shape. We just need to shape this down here. Bring it in. Yes, look at that point, everybody. That one's done. Aw, thanks, babe. Thank you, Lou, for being here. Hi, Mia Roblox. How are you? And you guys, I have a Dollar Tree haul for y'all. Not right now, but I went to the Dollar Tree and I found some really cool things that they just put on the shelf today. And all I spent was $20. And the stuff that I got, you're gonna be like, what? You only spent $20? Yes, ma'am, I did. Can't wait to show you guys. Okay, so right now I'm just getting this out of the back of my nail. So I think maybe we'll do that. Maybe we can do that Sunday. Cause I'll be live Sunday, like later on in the day. Probably about 5 my time. 5:30 my time. And then I can show you. So I'm just rounding that out. Hello everybody. Hi Cams. Hi Mohammed. Hi Rhea. Hi. I don't know how to spell your name or say your name, but my apologies. We have one more nail after this. I'm just lightly going over this. Once again, I don't need a lot of filing. We're going to make this come to a point. Again on this side. And if you guys have asked any questions or anything like that, my apologies. It's kind of hard to see when I am filing. So just keep that in mind. And please do not spam the chat, whatever you do. Ah. So I still have some in here. No big deal. I can't wait to top coat these guys. Alright, so we still have a little bit that's not really coming to a point. What we want to do is we want to make sure we put the pressure here on the end of our file with our finger right here and not our whole hand. So the pressure is going to mount right here and not the whole nail. Look at it from both angles. Same thing here, but it's a little hard when you're doing them on stands like this. So I do hope you guys learned something, and if not, that's okay too. But if you still like my nail set, yay! Ah! Let's see. Can't see, guys. Hold on. She needs to be sharper. There we go. Pretty nice. Let's feather this out. I don't remember if I did the top. I don't think I did, but... But we want to round that out real nicely. Make sure the edges are nice. Same on this side. You don't want the sides to be wobbly. You want it to be nice and straight. Just like so. Alright, one more, baby. Hello, everybody. Hello. What up, what up, what up? Love you guys. I'm going to take a drink real quick. Hi, Bambi. How many of you guys do nails? I know most of the ones that do. Look, this one looks like it's coming to a point, but it's actually flat, guys. It's actually flat. But it looks like 3D dimension-wise, it really looks like it's coming to a point, but it's not. I barely got anything underneath there. Got a little bit right there. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I did get some up here, though. No biggie. Comes right off. Look at that. We're still going to make sure that we go ahead and we file that. Now this one's going to be a little bit thicker than the other ones just because of how thick I made the band on the inside. But that's okay. That is okay. At least I know these mother suckers won't break, you know? This nail is so tiny. So tiny. I can barely get my freaking hand in there. Come on, Sally, you can do it. I promise. That was funny. Alright, I'm going to bring this down. So I'm going to go all the way down. Across the whole nail. This side. It's a little bit harder when you have such a small nail, but see that excess right there? You want that off. Because it will visibly make your nail look like you missed the spot. I promise. Comes right off though. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take this down just a hair. Alright, now let's do our sides. Okay, love. No worries. Yay! Practice, practice, practice for sure. Love you. I'll be there, Lou. I got you, girlie. I gotcha. You have a great rest of your day. It's daytime for you. Alright, so I just want to take this in a little bit more. Because we want that nice pointy arch. Not really an arch, but I want it nice and pointy. Alright, so you want to make sure you're looking on both sides of this though. Thank you all so much for still being here. Appreciate it so much. Bye, Lou Love. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Alright, I'm going to taper this in a little bit. Not too much, but just enough. There we go. You don't want a big bulge, right? So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Just a hair. Alright. This one's gonna be nice and thick. They're gonna be thick. Like, I just can't help it, okay? That's just the way it is. Off she goes. Unplug you go. Alright, we're gonna buff these bibbies. Soft as a baby, you know? We're going to use the buffer on this side here. I really, really need to get new buffers, guys. I love the E-Nail Couture ones. I really, really do. This was my very first E-Nail buffer. Look at that point. One thing I do know how to do, though, is slay a nail set. Hi, Evie. Hello. Even if my dimensions are off a little bit, it's okay. But you're still taking some off of your nail with your buffer. So just remember that. Not too much, but enough, you know? So what I like to also do is go down the middle. And when you go down the middle, that also, we're going to go down like so. And then I'm going to go like this. Yes. That was way worse before, so I've taken it down quite a bit. Look at that. Look at that arch. Woo! I need some breakfast myself, y'all. Alright, and I also take it and go along the back side here. This smooths it out, makes it nice and smooth on the back end here. Just that way it gives you that extra oomph. So when you go to put your top coat on, it's ready for top coat, baby. There's that one. Like I said, the top's going to be a little wonky, but it's okay. It's still going to look okay. It's just going to be very thick, which I don't mind, though. But it's the way that I have the acrylic inside of my nail as well. So they're going to look like that because of how I did the acrylic and how thick I did the acrylic. And then I'm just going to try and round it out the best I can, guys. It's as good as we got. She's still pretty, right? I think so. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the top coat on. And then once I put the top coat on, I'll show you guys what they look like and what the glow looks like. And then we will do the 3D flowers and the glitter and everything. We will do that no, not tomorrow. Sunday. Okay? And I won't do it without you guys. I will make sure we complete this set together. Okay? I'm so ready for the top coat. Ooh, it's so soft and mighty and nice. Love it. But I'll tell you what, I do know how to snatch them up. I say that a lot, but it's true. Oh, yeah. Make sure your sides are even too, guys. Like you don't have more on this side than the other. Thanks, babe. Oh my gosh. And then when I was at the actual dollar store today, you guys. When I was at the actual dollar store today, I got some sunglasses. Okay? Some new ones. I have to wear kids' sunglasses because I have a small head. I'm not ashamed to say it. However, when I got to the car, it had like one of those plastic like things around the like nose part. And I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to get this off so I can wear them home? So I'm like, oh yeah, I have like one of those key ring knife thingy majigger bobbers, right? So I flip it open, and when I flip it open, guess what happens? Well, I can't show you at the moment, but when I take my gloves off, I can show you. I literally, it flipped open, and it went right through my thumb. I was like, are you freaking kidding me right now? What the ever-loving you know what? 4:30. Holy schmoly. We're almost done, guys. Thanks for staying with me, everybody. I appreciate it so much. We're going to look this way. This way. Okay. So let's go up and down again. This way. Whoop. Hi, Presley. So then I was like, then I had to run back inside to go get a thing of Band-Aids because it would not stop bleeding. It would not stop bleeding. I was like, are you kidding me right now? Oh my gosh, you guys. I cannot wait. Look at that. Tell me that peak is not amazing. Okay, we have a little spot here that I need to buff down. Woo, there we go. We're almost done, guys. I need more ENC buffers. I do like these. I like the 100, 180 buffers. I have a pink one. Well, I did have a pink one, but my cat chewed it, so I threw it away. I hadn't even used it yet. It was brand new, but because she chewed it, you know, I didn't want to. I don't even know how my cat's getting in my drawers, guys. My favorite part about doing nails. My favorite part's coming up with the concept. Or, not really the concept. Let me rephrase that. My favorite part is imagining, in my mind, the way my brain works. It's almost like a 3D or a 4D in my mind when I'm thinking of a nail set or something that I want to try or anything like that. So the way my mind works is a little bit different than most, maybe. I don't know. I've just always been that way. So I've always visually pictured everything. And so when I want to do a nail set, I can picture it in my head, but it's more 3D. And for me to be able to bring it to life on a nail, that is my favorite part. Not all the time do I get to bring it to life on a nail, but a lot of the times I do. And I think that for me is my favorite part about doing nails. And then the other favorite part of mine is like being able to overcome things that I honestly never thought I would. That's another favorite part. And then another favorite part, you only asked for one, but I'm giving you more than that. Another favorite part is getting to meet you guys and like being able to help, like, even if it's just by watching my videos, right? Even if I can shine a light on somebody's day, it doesn't matter, you know, if they do nails or not. Maybe they just like my vibe. Maybe, you know, I don't know. Just something. Because, you know, it's been rough for all of us, you know. Especially, you know, creators and stuff on YouTube. It's been rough for us creators. You know, YouTube's been changing so many things. And it's like, when you're new, it's like, you got to try all these new things. You don't know what works yet. You don't know what's what. And, you know, you kind of learn over time, obviously. But they've basically categorized me as a live streamers. So, for me, it's a little bit different because I haven't put a video out in a couple months because, like, it's more of a live stream thing. Does that make sense? Okay, so this one kind of comes out. So, like, as much as I do want to put a video out, for me, it's just not worth it for me to sit there and edit and do a full set, and be able to give you guys what you want. I might as well just come and go live, give it to you, you know, right then and now, because basically I don't have time to edit. I mean, I do, but I don't. Does that make sense? So it's just easier for me to go live. So now I've just been going live because that's just how my... Hi, Anna. Are you drinking energy drink? No. Those are bad. They're not good for you. Trust me, I know. I almost died a year ago from monsters, so... Take it from me. Stop drinking them now before it's too late. Alright, one more and we're done. Right? Did I do this one? Did I do this one? I thought I did. I don't know. I don't remember. No, I didn't. These ones are just going to be thickums because of the way I did the acrylic. But look at that point. Ouch! At the end of the video, can we see your favorite nail set, please? Yeah. I'll show you my favorite nail set. Alrighty. Are you ready for the top coat? I'm ready. We got this little booger to do, and that's it. This one's going to be a thickums too, as you can see. This one's going to be hard to do, because this is a tiny nail. How did you guys sleep? For the ones who slept. I haven't slept yet. I am so tired. I mean, There's definitely only one of everybody in this world, and we're all different, right? So, I definitely say go for whatever it is that you want to do. You know? Ooh, this is going to look really cool. I should probably try to sleep. Yeah. All I got to do is this one, and then we will go ahead and clean them off, do our top coat, and then I will see you Sunday for the rest. Honestly, I didn't think it was going to take me that long, but I've done stuff that I never done before, so it was actually great. You know? I'm going to try to go back and forth on this as much as I can to kind of get that down a little bit. It looks like it's a lot more whatever than what it is, just because of how I have the glitter on the inside. Ah! Okay, love. Thank you. Thanks for coming, babe. I'm almost done, babe. This is the last nail, and then we're doing top coat. Alright. I'm the crazy one that decided to go live so late. Realizing. But I'm glad you guys are here. Thank you so much, Christina, for coming. I hope you have a great night, babes. Sleep well, baby. Sleep well. And I'm the type of person that I go overzealous with stuff. So, like, I'm like, oh, I'm done. And they'll be like, oh, no, I'm not. Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, no, I'm not. Sometimes you guys just have to stop me, because it's just one of them things. Alright. Woo, we're done filing, babe. That is done. Let's dust them off, clean them off, put them on our stand, and do our top coat. And then we are done. Oh yeah, look at that. Love it. I'll use alcohol and we'll clean them off with my alcohol. Oh, it's gonna look so pretty. I know it looks a little weird, but we'll fix it up and it'll look like it was meant to be that way. Promise. I think this one's, yeah. Gotta remember which nail is which. Yes. Which one is, okay, love, no worries. Have a great night's rest. Thanks for coming. I hope you guys loved it. So the next live will be Sunday, and that'll be about 5:30 my time, so that's EST time. Kind of hard to stick them back on the thing, but... Are you guys ready for this top coat? I'm ready. I'm ready for the top coat, and I'm ready for the glow. Alright. Dude, I had such a blast. Hopefully you guys had fun as well. Alright, so this is what the set's looking like, guys. I think this one looks like clouds, like rainbow clouds, doesn't it? Alright, I'm gonna take this guy and we are going to clean off my hands. We're gonna dust this guy off because he's got dust all over him. I can feel it. Ooh, look at that. I mean, for my first time, well, second time doing that, that's pretty cool. Oh no. The alcohol took off the color on my magnet. I think that looks like clouds. Look at that. Looks like rainbow clouds is what it looks like. Oh yeah. I love the shimmer aspect of it. Oh, they look cool as hell. So I'm doing this so that way when I go to do my top coat, I'm not getting anything inside. Oh, it's gonna look bomb. When we get done with this, it's gonna look bomb, you guys. After we get, like, the rhinestones on and the glitter and all that, it's gonna look bomb. Even more bomb. I will take pictures of it like this, so that way... Oh, that looks really cool. Almost looks like a geode. I think. Ooh, you know? A little crooked, but not bad. Alright, let me get underneath here. Alright. There they are. Before I do my top coat, I am going to move this out of the way so I don't get it inside my top coat. We're going to take it and pile this like this like this. Alright. I'm going to turn this light off, turn this one on. This is what they look like. What do you guys think? Thumbs up if you like them. Shout out to everybody still being here. Thank you for the likes and the love. Alright, top coat time. We are using BRITTBRAT glazed top coat. This is no longer available. However, there is the glossy top coat she still has. Okay. Alright, can you see? Okay, hopefully. Ready? Oh my. Oh my god. You guys. What? Oh my. Alright, one thing we want to do is we want to make sure we wrap it around. Seal those edges in. And then I kind of take it and do this with it. Just to kind of seal it in. So I know my edges are good. Oh my god, you guys. Wow. I can't wait. Can you guys see the reflective? Look at the reflective in the top part of that. Yay! That is so satisfying. So satisfying. Ooh. Wow. Wow, that's like a shimmer forest of just pure rainbow bliss, clouds, and more. I think that looks super cool. No? Sorry, guys. What do you guys think? I don't know. Can you see the shimmer in it, though? Oh, no. Wow. That is freaking awesome. And when you're doing something like this, obviously I'm sealing these in, but you also want to make sure it's not dripping with top coat, because that can also mess up what you just did. So what I like to do is I take my finger, I do this, I do that, just to keep it nice. And like I said, you don't want to get none where it's going to go on your nail. Ugh. How beautiful. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that. Alright. How the hell did I get that on there? Next one. You can see through that. Hi, Darcy. You can actually see through this one. So it's like clear. It does remind me of like a rock, though. So this one's the one the flowers are going to go on. So we're going to do the flowers kind of like this. Kind of coming out the thing right here. And then I'm going to do one like this. I might do one going like this and one coming this way. So they're both going opposite directions. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. But damn, that is beautiful. Wow. I'm speechless right now, honestly. Like, to be honest with you, I did not think it was going to go that smooth. Alright, here's this one. This one is the reflective mauve. This is a custom that I make myself. One of my absolute favorites. I use it for everything. Like, literally, I use it for everything. No joke. Oh my Lanta. Now, like I said, you want to make sure you get that excess, especially right here where you're putting it on your nail. For the most part, though. Yes. You guys ready to see that glow, though? I'm so excited to show you that glow. I'm excited for this one right here. So excited for this one. This one I think is my fave. Oh my god. It looks so cool. Does that not look... Bye! Thanks for staying. Appreciate it so much. Alright guys, that is the top coat. Let me show you the glow and we'll get out of here. Thanks for staying with me, sticking around. Appreciate it. If you have any questions, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you have any questions or anything like that, put it at the end of the live in the comment section because it does help us creators out a lot if you do that. Alright, there she is, y'all. Hello. Thanks for coming. Alright, ready? Let's pop these babies. Pop these babies in the oven. 60 seconds. Alright. I'm going to shut my light off so I can show you the glow. Ready? Everybody ready? Oops. Oops. Ready, ready. I gotta shut my computer. So we got about 30 seconds. Oh my god, you guys are the bomb. Make sure you like and subscribe though. Is there anything that you have any questions or anything like that? And whoever's new, hello, my name is Sugar. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Thanks for coming in. All right, we're done. Ready? Here we go. Here's the glue. That is cool. Wow. That looks really nice. The middle one is the only one that doesn't have glow. So that one's going to be the glow flowers. But we have purple glow and we have blue glow. So the white is purple and the blue is the mauve. So that's what they look like, everybody. Ta-da! Alright. This is what they look like in regular lighting. We got the reflective going on. Alright. That is what they look like, everybody. I really appreciate you guys so much. Make sure you guys check out the description box as well. So don't forget, Sunday at 6 o'clock p.m. EST. I will be live and we will finish this set, do our flowers and our sugaring. And that is it, my loves. Thank you all so much for hanging with me. Make sure you go check out Nelly's channel. Nailed by Nelly. She is in the description box. Thank you so much. Make sure you put in there and let me know which one's your favorite so far. And, yeah, thanks for subscribing, liking, and enjoying the night with me tonight. I appreciate it. Good night. Good sleeps. Hi, Mochi. Good sleeps. And, I hope you have an amazing day tomorrow as well as right now. But I'm going to hit the hay myself. And, yeah. Thanks for giving me an amazing night, and I will see you guys on the flip side. These are the nails I created. We are not done yet, but make sure you like and subscribe for more. And yeah, hopefully y'all have an amazing night. You're one of a kind. Smile. Be grateful. You're blessed, and I'll see you on the flip side. Toodaloo.